tonight? I hope the answer to that is tremendous. Sounds awesome. How have you been in the last week? Let me know. I've been busy, very full on getting things organized, and yeah, just a little bit non-stop on the go. So my apologies for the delay tonight. I had a few things come up, and one of the things you'll see is I'm one gloved. So that's one of the reasons. But hey, I'm here and I'm going to create. So I would like to say welcome to Tracy Creating. I am Tracy, and throughout this video, may you be inspired, learn something new, or simply relax while you're watching. Alrighty, so everything is ready. I'm just giving the resin a stir so that it's done during this intro part when people come in to say hello. So we've got hello mum, and we have Laura. How are you going, Laura? Laura's Art Corner is here. Good morning from Iowa. Well, good evening from Australia. I just asked everybody on the intro in, so you may have missed it. How's your last week been? Stirring, getting this blended. So I'm using just Resin's Diamond Coat here. Oh, it's so achy. I normally would have used my largest stick to stir, but I couldn't find it. Okay, so you can see that it's created lots of bubbles in the mixing process, but I can't see any more stringy bits that mean, if you can still see some pink, pearly, stringy lines in there, it means it's not quite fully incorporated yet. So, okay, it's looking pretty good. It is a little bit hard to see through all the bubbles, but I'm pretty certain we've got that covered. And let's see if I can get this chat to come up on my other device so I can see it better. There we go. Australia is beautiful. You came over 2 years ago. Awesome. I love that. Well, I'm sure Australia would love to have you come back too. When you can travel, and if you're up for it, go. All right. Okay, so. Sorry, just let the dog in. You might have heard those tiny little scampering feet of his. All right, so I've chosen titanium white, phthalo blue, Atlantis. Phthalo blue is very dark. And this is mother of pearl. So I don't know if you can quite see it there. Oh, maybe there. It's got that shimmer to it. I'm going to try and do everything resin involved one-handed. You will definitely be back longer than 3 weeks. Wow, awesome. Sounds great. Maxwell Entertainment, good morning to you, Trey. Getting ready to go to work, got you on in the background. Awesome. That sounds like a wonderful start to your day. Greetings from Australia. Okay. I'm just going to separate the resin into little cups because I'm not going to need a big amount of any one colour, just smaller amounts. And then I'll have an empty cup off to the side, which I'll do some combining. So straight into this. Okay, this is the, phthalo blue. I forgot to break my sticks. Just break it in half so you've got two shorter ones for these smaller cups. So phthalo blue, give it a stir, always give it a stir, just in case there's been any separation while it's been sitting there unused. And for the amount that I have in these tiny little red cups, I'm just going to have a little blob on the end. So I don't really know how well you could tell that. How to go. All right. So Atlantis is stunning. I'm sorry, I am trying to move quite fast for you guys. So this has separated. So I don't know if you can see that separation, that really fluid section on top. So that's why you need to make sure you can stir it all in. And it's all a nice, consistent paste. There you go. All right. So I went on a trip to Bunnings today, which is our hardware store. Okay, so again, just the little nodule on the end of the stick. This is the mother of pearl. So I break my stick first. Yeah, that didn't do too bad. Sometimes I break them and it's like 1/3, 2/3 instead of approximately half. Let's see. I thought we might get a nice shimmer from that under the, without the plastic around it, but I'm going to load this one up a lot because it's not a pigment, it's a glitter. Iridescent. So quite a bit. That's okay. And the next one is titanium white. So there we go. We'll get this one going. We'll get them stirred up. And I will show you, oh, sorry for that, the tissue box that we will be using tonight. Plus, I have here the glasses that I have acrylic poured over previously. Oh, excuse me. Hiccups. Because I forgot to show you the pink one last week, and then I said I will show all of them. So off to the side, I have a spray bottle with isopropyl alcohol in it, just to try and clean off my glove as much as I can throughout. You can see that white coming through. All right, that looks good. So I don't like to use a lot of white. So you may have noticed that my resin is a little off-colored, and that is why I don't want to use a lot of white. So I will only have some fine lines of white, but I will use the white to alter other colors. So it'll give a different shade of the colour. Atlantis is beautiful. Lovely. Oops. Don't leave the stick in there. Let's get that out. There we go. So this one is the phthalo blue. Watch this one come in, mix into a beautiful deep navy purpley blue mixture. It's going to look absolutely stunning with a bit of white swiped over it. So that's the other thing I love about these. It only takes just a small, just such a small change to shift how it looks overall. So it's awesome. Okay, that's that, and mix in this mother of pearl. It's gorgeous. All right, so just pop those over here. Here's the empty cup, and what I'm going to do is just add a little bit of the white into there and a little bit of the phthalo blue, and then it will have created a whole new shade to work with. Oh, which is really pretty. There we go. And then potentially, as we use the others, we'll combine two together. Definitely not afraid to do that. Ta-da! This is from Boyle. So as I mentioned, Bunnings. So it's an MDF craftwood tissue box cover. So I thought that'd be pretty cool. Let's have a go. What I thought I'd like to do, just wipe that, is just cover the hole for the top of the tissues with some masking tape. Oops. Gloves and masking tape don't always cooperate. One more in there. And then the other thing that I would do before pouring onto this box, you can see in there, just want to push it down and really make sure that it has sealed all the way around. Okay. Looks great. So now, because what I'm doing is I'm going to resin the top. See, that's why I don't need a lot of colour. And then once that's finished, I'll paint the sides according to a complementary color that is in the top. So we're going to start with by making a dam. So that is by going to pull some off, fold it over. Oh, look, I've ripped my glove. Okay. It's making a nice edge pull tab there. I'm not going to start right in the corner because that can affect the corner. So I'm going to start in here and about halfway I'm wrapping the masking tape around that edge. You can see that. That's approximately halfway. Turn. And just keep going in one smooth strip so that you don't have joins in between. And there we go. Across this. So this is the first time I've used this, and now I'm looking at it going, you could do everything on this. Like you could do an acrylic pour and seal it or resin it. You could do alcohol ink. You could even do beautiful dot mandalas. Well, that anything. So that's pretty cool. Just going to lift that one back a bit. Come in about there. Rub it down, make sure it's in contact. Any leakage that I have, I'll sand down once it's all cured before I paint. So it will be fine. But you know, if you can just take a few minutes to prep it this way, then you don't have to really worry about it. Hopefully that will reduce any concerns of that. Just using the side of a paddle pop stick here to really push it down, especially focusing on this upper edge. Sounds like I'm soaring. I'm actually out in the garage soaring a new creation. There we go. Right. So sorry for that camera position. It really was a bit in your face, wasn't it? And Laura, you have to get ready for work. Thank you so much for stopping in, and I'll appreciate it. We'll come back later. Have a fabulous day and take care. Okay, so just pushing that seam together as well. And now it's time to see what beautiful pattern we can make with the resin. And we're just going to be focusing on here and trying not to get too much on here as well. So, if I wasn't in such a fritz, I may have prepared this surface with some gesso or some house paint, given it a light sand, and repeated that process. just to give it a seal it. So I don't exactly know how it's going to go back here with the raw MDF underneath. But I was so excited and wanted to jump in and give it a go. So now some of this Atlantis, so I'm just going to do that. Zigzagging across the colours. This is the phthalo blue with the white. Wow, such a difference. Okay. I think what we'll do here is add, this is the phthalo blue and this is the mother of pearl. I'll just add some of that into there. What I'm hoping to create out of that is a beautiful phthalo blue shimmer. Oh, it did. Oh, it's beautiful. So just a little bit more of a mix. And then we'll pour that through as well. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Very pretty. Now, so I'm going to heat this now and see how far it does spread. We do need to make it to our edges. So I've just got a very standard heat gun. Not even a brand, it just says I need a heat gun. So I've had this for a very long time. I don't even know where it was purchased. So I'll just use this to heat it up and clear away some bubbles. There we go. That's looking pretty amazing. Happy with that. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a tilt to get some movement into those corners. Cross your fingers. I appreciate all crossed fingers and toes for minimal or zero would be amazing leakage. Just come down to this final corner. It's looking good. Oh, it's looking great all the way around so far. And this is similar to when you do like cutting boards, and you can come back in a couple of hours and remove the tape and it will dome nicely. I just want to pick some of that up and cover that spot there. That's pretty, so pretty. So now I just like to use the stick with the titanium white just to create, if I start in the center, if there's a blob coming off my stick, it will land there. So blob like that. Okay. Alrighty. So with that, what we're going to do is just have you can use an old business card, a piece of, what's this? Baking paper, butcher paper, anything like that to use just to add a bit of movement in a swipe. I'm just going to continue to use the same piece all over. Wipe. Into the white and I love what it does with that, and then the movement with curing can also help to create a bit of a design in there by shifting the underneath layer of the resin while the top layer stays in position where it is. There we go. A lot going on there. There we have it. That is pretty. So I'm just going to put a little bit of white in this section over here because I feel like it got a little bit lost because it blended. So just that little bit, and chop it up a little bit with the corner of the baking paper. All right. And just to add a little bit more of this beautiful shimmer bling, just put some lines going across and around. It will settle into the resin and it will give a beautiful shimmer. There we go. There we go. It is stunning. Thank you. So you've got to remember that this middle section won't be there. And I can see a little bit of leakage on the corners. But I will need to give it a little bit more heat, and then that'll be it for it. So I'm just going to use my heat gun on low air, low heat. And that will just help add with any of the white or any of the mother of pearl settle into the resin that's around it. So, dun dun dun. Yeah, that's really awesome. All right, so I'll just move this. I'll move this out of the way. This is something that I'll come back to, like I mentioned before, in a couple of hours. And remove the dam of the masking fluid. so that the edges will hopefully have a beautiful dome and pull out from underneath as well, and hopefully that will have a nice dome in there as well. So I did pretty well with that. I'll just come down, gloves off now, so there's no touching any more resin whatsoever. And there we go. So as I come down for this close-up, I'd just like to say, please subscribe if you haven't already. Please give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. And also leave a comment below on maybe, have you ever done a tissue box cover before? I'd love to hear how you went with that. And yeah, please share it with others who might also appreciate it. So let's have a look. Really need to drag something into this corner, and that's because the tape is up high. I couldn't see that section, so let's drag some of this up here. There we go. That's enough to bring it in that I couldn't see through the masking tape. There we go. Right, let's continue. What are you doing with the sides? Okay, so the sides I will paint a plain color that matches one of these final colors. So potentially it could be a nice dark blue or a little bit of a teal. So I'll pull one of the colors out from this and match the sides to that. There's that middle section which won't be there. That's just temporary right now. Okay, all right. Let's lift that up. Move this aside. And so, yeah, here is my glass that I poured over in a previous live and forgot to show you. The bottoms always look amazing. That's what I've found anyway. Sounds good, yeah. So that's how that one looks. Put it there. I think this was the original, a blue. So you've got lots of created lines in here. So that's the blue. I've done a yellow / orange. That gold in there, so pretty. And then I have a green one. So they all have their similarities. This one had a dried section, so it must have dried around the rim, and then it was knocked, and so it moved, but pushed the dried section away with it. So it's got its own little unique feature. So you can see how they look similar, but are their own individual little designs. And this is a purple one. So these are the ones that I've already done. So I was looking at them before going, what do I need to add? And so red is one. Do a nice red one. And there's another color, maybe just yellow. So try and maybe, I think I did this to enhance the yellow, the orange. So perhaps do a yellow and a white, so it'll be a lot paler, but just more of the yellow only, and a red. And I think that would really nicely round out those glasses. So I wouldn't use them as drinking glasses anymore. I will coat them with resin. And you love the blue one. Awesome. And I would just use them on a desk as a pen holder or anything like that, but most definitely not for drinking. So, okay. Awesome. Well, there we have it. I will come back to this one. I will record it at the time and put it up as a video. So fingers crossed for that one. There are the cups, glasses that I've poured over, and we'll finish them off with some resin after I've done the other two, maybe. All right, thanks so much. I really appreciate you guys who came in to watch, and thank you to those watching the replay. I really appreciate it. And yeah, so there we have it. I tried something new. So I hope that you found some inspiration, education, or relaxation throughout this video. And if you have to go anywhere, please take care. It is important because you are important. So thank you again. You're awesome. Be kind, be creative, and be fabulous. Bye.